Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
To another beer review, another monkish review. I think we're over 100 different monkish beers on YouTube now, which is fucking awesome. It also means that there are some amazing people who have shared some amazing monkish beer with me. So I appreciate you guys. Couple people to thank for this one. I posted about this beer on Instagram a while back when it came out. And both Edmund and Caleb reached out and said they had a single can they could give me. So I actually got 2 cans of this, and I sent one to my buddy Craig because Craig has been like a monkish beer angel for me, and he wasn't able to get this, so I sent him the other can that I had. So I appreciate both of you guys for sending this. Thank you so much. This is Feeding Pigeons, which is the double dry hopped version of Run the Pigeon, which I've never had, but we did review Rerun the Pigeon, which I think was like a single IPA version of Run the Pigeon. Fucking Monkish has too many variants on beers. I think that's right. I think Feeding Pigeons is the double dry hop version of Run the Pigeon, which was their second beer ever released in a can after First Things First, I think, if I'm remembering my Monkish history correctly. 8.2%. I think this is like Mosaic and Amarillo and Galaxy, maybe. I can't remember. But I love this can art. I just noticed that this pigeon is holding the Run the Pigeon can, which is cool. I like that. So this was canned on, is this Team Old IPA? This was canned on April 14th. So we are, what's today? Today's May 22nd. What are we, 6 weeks old? Which is fine for monkish double dry hop beers. We talked about it in the Rap Shrapnel video. If you'd like to go and see my rant on old beer. I don't think people like that. You know what? I don't give a fuck. We're using our monkish gold tulip glass because beer tastes better in proper glassware. We're doing some marathon beer reviews tonight. It's a long weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. So we're going to drink some monkish beer and have a good time. So yeah, this beer, we just washed this glass out and there's bubbles in it. I don't care anymore about bubbles in glassware because fuck glassware. Whatever. It's glowing. It looks like a monkish beer. It's haze for days. It's that like tangerine lemonade color. You can't see through it. It's completely opaque. Finger of bright white head. It's sudsy. There's some alcohol legs sticking to the glass. I mean, it's over 8%. You kind of expect that, but it looks awesome in that glassware. So let's go ahead and shove our nose in it. We just drank triple dry hopped Juicely, and that nose of that beer is one of the best beers I've ever smelled. So I'm not expecting this to be anywhere near that, but here we go. This smells dank. It smells vegetal. It doesn't smell anywhere near as crazy, intense, fruity as the last beer that we just had. It does. It gives off this really, like, it's intensely vegetal. Like, I've talked about it with other monkish beers. Like, it smells like, think of like dark leafy greens, like dark dinosaur kale or like collard greens, like crazy, crazy green like that. It's got like, there's like this orange aspect to it, a little bit of pineapple, but I'm not gonna lie, this beer kind of smells malty to me. It's got like that malty sweetness. And it offers like this weird kind of funk. The nose is kind of weird on this for me right now. And I don't know if it's just that crazy, like super intense leafy green vegetable that I'm smelling. There's that yeasty thing too, like that kind of Flintstone vitamin-y it's almost chalky, I think is what I'm smelling. But yeah, it's so intensely like dark green vegetable matter. It's crazy. So I'm not gonna lie, I loved Rerun the Pigeon, didn't have to Run the Pigeon. I don't love this nose. I don't know what it is about it, but I don't love it. But let's go and taste it. Cheers, gents. Thank you. So it doesn't taste like it smells, thankfully. I was like worried it was gonna be like crazy, really like earthy, crazy green, like dark leafy vegetable. It's not. It's actually really tropical fruity, which is weird because it doesn't smell like that. Either my nose is playing tricks on me or my palate is fucked up right now. Maybe my nose is just messed up because of that, because of Juice Lee. Juice Lee literally is one of the best things I've ever smelled in my entire life. So this is actually still pretty dank. It offers a good amount of bitterness, mid-palate to finish. I think there's mosaic in it because it gives me that dank kind of blueberry thing. But it offers like bright citrus fruits. There's even like a little bit of grapefruit in there. I think that's what that is. Is that grapefruit? Yeah, it's like grapefruit or like zesty kind of lemon peel. And like faint on the finish, like a little bit of like pineapple. It almost like I sort of taste like a mango sort of peppery thing. I think that might just be the bitterness that's offering that peppery note. I don't know how I feel about this beer, which is weird because, like I said, the nose wasn't my favorite. And like the flavors want to go there, but something, I don't know, something's off about this beer. It's not bad, it's just, I don't know, it's not my favorite monkish beer I've had. I just can't get over like how leafy that smells. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this beer. Like I said, it's not bad, but it's just not, I don't know. It's not what I've come to expect from monkish. A lot of monkish beers have been just amazing. I always talk about it. Monkish is one of my favorite, it's my favorite West Coast brewery. And I'm so stoked every time I get to drink their beer because it's so hard to get your hands on. I mean, they've increased their brewing capacity and are putting out more cans. But right now, like with all the shit that's going on, all their online sales, like it's fucking impossible to get. I've tried every single sale that they've done where they ship beer, and I've never been able to get it. Beers have been in my cart 70% of the time. When you go to check out, it's gone. Like, I don't know how people are getting these beers, but they are. So I've been trying. It's not for a lack of effort, but I don't know. Maybe this is just a weird can that I got. And I only say that because I was thinking the other day on Untapped, one of my buddies, Bud, checked this in and said like this was in its sweet spot. But I don't know if this is its sweet spot. Was this beer really not that great? I don't know. Yeah, as it's warmed, it's getting like more and more bitter, but it's not offering anything to kind of balance that out. Strange. I do. I like the dank kind of blueberry note that I get, and the tropical notes that you do get, but it's just the nose is weird, and there's something about the finish of that, like mid palate to finish, that's just off to me. And I'm not saying it's bad. Maybe it's still like really intense. I mean, it's double dry hopped. I know it's 6 weeks, I think, now in the can. Is that what we said? Math is hard. But I don't know. There's just something about this beer that's not my favorite. So, and like I said, it's not to say that it's not good. Like, it's not a bad beer. I'm going to happily finish this. But for as much as I like to rerun the Pigeon, I was expecting this beer to really blow my mind, and it's not doing that. But they're not all going to do that. It's like, fuck, man. Like, you can't expect a brewery to put out amazing beers every fucking time. Every brewery that I like, there's beers that I have, I'm just like, it just happens. Like, you go to a restaurant that you love, and sometimes you get a meal, you're just like, that's not my favorite, but it's still good. So that's kind of how I feel about Feeding Pigeons. I don't know how I feel about this. It's good, but it's not what I was wanting it to be, I think, is what it is. So we'll leave it at that. So that is Feeding Pigeons from Monkish. I know this is a weird review. It's just the beer is fucking with my head, and I don't know what else to say about it. So if you guys had it, leave a comment. I'd like to hear what this was like fresh. Maybe your can. Maybe I have a weird can. I don't know. I'm going to talk to Craig and see if he's drank his yet, because I wonder what he thinks about this beer. So, yeah, that's it. Edmund, Caleb, I appreciate you guys for sending these. You guys are fucking awesome. And yeah, that's it. Talk to you guys soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.